Hello and welcome to this week's video blog from the Center for Human Awakening. My name is Rob Meager. I'm co-founder of the center along with Richard Harvey. And today I'll share a reading from one of Richard Harvey's books, this one titled Your Essential Self. And the passage I'll share from Your Essential Self is titled The Art of Listening. When we really listen to someone, they reveal themselves to us. But we must be open, receptive, and attentive with our whole being. When we listen to tone, pitch, pace, rhythm, and only afterward, content, which is never as revealing as the other things, we can sense whether a person feels anxious, peaceful, discontent, happy, worthless, proud, angry, or loving. If we continue to listen, we discover who that person thinks they are. Then we can begin to create the conditions for deepening that lead to self-discovery. Eventually, we can invite them to uncover layers of truth within themselves and be who they never dared to be, their authentic self. In my childhood home, we had terminal difficulties communicating. We didn't expect to be listened to or heard. We seldom paused to give and receive in conversation. We often all spoke at the same time. My parents were usually too busy to stop and listen to each other and too tired or self-absorbed to take each other in. This quality of taking the other in distinguishes listening as the single most important healing tool. The ability to listen is one of the most precious human treasures because it enables us to connect with each other. Listening validates, acknowledges, recognizing, and assures us that there are others in the world who care enough to be interested in what we have to say, what is important to us, and who we truly are. In deep friendship, group healing, and creating community, listening is one of the most important gifts that we can receive and give. Of the five senses, listening is particularly receptive. The experience of opening and receiving through listening can open our hearts. For many of us, the sound of beautiful, transcendent music changes our lives forever. In childhood or adolescence, we are particularly susceptible to sound because we are strongly connected to our souls through the senses. Music, spoken words, or the sounds of nature all communicate to our hearts. Although it sounds simple, the listening relationship is hard to master. In conventional conversation, we are usually engaged in a non-relationship of action and reaction. We react to what we hear with sympathy, shock, fear, surprise, antipathy, or reassurance, depending on our point of view. Commonly, we identify with the speaker and take what she is talking about as a cue to recount a similar event from our own experience. Sometimes we don't hear the other at all because we are so caught up with ourselves. We need to be listened to and heard with openness, not criticized or judged. The hardest aspect of listening to another person is to listen and really hear, to receive and experience, to be aware and accept the complexities of tone, feeling, and content, and not do anything, not problem solve, not act in any way. If we grew up with people who couldn't listen, then it is likely that they couldn't express themselves either, and that genuine communication was limited. When people cannot listen to each other, they cannot truly listen to themselves either, and their speech may hide their emotions. Speech that is unnatural and colorless hides emotions beneath the words. When we don't feel, connect, or resonate with ourselves or others, we become insensitive and subhuman, and this is reflected in our speech. In inner work, we listen to our hearts, to our minds, to our souls, and to each other by creating inner emptiness and developing the inner receptivity that provides the space to take the other in. As our inner turmoil lessens, we are able to listen with our whole being. Our inner critic, the one who comments with judgment or approval, recedes. By being openly available to another, we truly connect and practice the art of listening.